you're watching Rockarazzi.com. And if you're not watching this, you're watching the wrong thing.
Jared here with Rockarazzi.com. We are live with Audible Mainframe outside of the Roxy Theater in West Hollywood, California. Expo.
It's cracking.
Okay, listen. For our fans out there that don't know who the hell you guys are, give us an elevator pitch, man, real quick.
All right, well, we are a live hip-hop band, originally from Boston, Massachusetts. We live in Long Beach now, like LA based now, so we've been out here for a couple years just, trying to do our thing, working hard, and, trying to take over the world one show at a time,
So how would you describe your musical genre for the fans out there?
We're like, we're a hip-hop band, but we're influenced by a lot of different types of sounds and a lot of different types of music and books and writers and things, so if you like hip-hop, you'll like it, but if you don't like hip-hop, you can also kind of come to it and get a couple different things that, everybody seems to like it. So
do all of you share in the writing duties?
Yeah, people write music, the musicians write the music, and I write the words.
Can you introduce the band real quick?
Yeah, right here we got Dave Mills.
Dave.
Hello, Special Blend, DJ.
Special Blend. How does one earn the name Special Blend?
One gives oneself the name Special Blend.
Love it. Okay.
I'm Johnny Drums.
Johnny Drums. Is that your last name, Johnny Drums? Should we do that, Johnny Drums?
Let's do that.
JD, Johnny Drums.
And Walter, I play the bass.
Well, it's simple. It's always the bass players, right?
It's simple.
They're the quiet heroes of the band.
Heroes.
Right?
Heroes. And my Uncle Charles.
Uncle Charles.
Uncle Charles.
You're like
It's my Uncle Charles.
Uncle Charles.
It's my Uncle Charles. It's my Uncle Charles, man.
Bongo, Congo.
I love it.
All right, Uncle Charles.
So Expo, you guys rocked the house tonight, right? Here at the Roxy.
Yeah, we just played the Roxy. It was fun, man. There's a lot of people out there. It was fun. It was great energy, great show. So, we enjoyed ourselves.
Did you guys cut your teeth in Boston? Is that where you guys kind of? That's
Yeah,
where.
I mean, that's what gave us the balls to move to LA. Is that we did a good job out there. We were pretty popular. We, we had a good following. So when you do well in the city that you're from, obviously you try to go to the next space, which is, LA. Come out here and make it happen.
So I always like to ask musicians this. So do you guys have any indication before you go on stage whether or not it's going to be on or if it's going to be flat? Do you know before you walk on there?
I mean, yeah, it depends. Like sometimes, like if we're not in sync as a band, or if like there's a lot of other like outside drama happening, you feel like maybe it's not going to be a good show. But that could also be the best show sometimes. Sometimes the shows that you think are going to be the worst ones end up being the best ones, and vice versa. So,
any crazy superstitions that you have before you go on?
Well, we have one policy. It's a very strict policy. No open-toed shoes on stage. And otherwise, if we have no zero tolerance. No open toes.
Is that like a foot fetish thing, or is that?
You don't rock sandals on stage. That's what you do. For dope sneakers, that's about it.
See, a lot of Cali bands rock the sandals on stage, and we don't. That doesn't fly.
We're Boston. Yeah, we're not. We're Boston. We rep Cali now. We live here, but we're Boston born and raised.
Well, I was born in Boston, so
yeah, right on.
In Newton. My dad he taught at BC for a while.
there it is.
So we share an uncanny bond. All right. Exactly. So a couple more questions for you guys. So what's the plan from now? Okay, obviously you want to take over the hip hop world, right? But how do you do that nowadays with the music climate so different? Everything's changed. It's good. It's kind of bad for the independent artists, but at the same time, it's there's so many ways to get your music out there: MySpace, Facebook, Twitter. What are you guys doing that you think is a little bit different than some of the other acts out there today?
Well, I mean, one of the things that we do is when people hit us up on MySpace, hit us up on Twitter, hit us up whatever, like we make a point to hit everybody back. We're like really, it's like when somebody takes the time to come onto your show or like hit you up on MySpace, like you got to get with that person and like tell them, let them know what you're doing and make them your fan, and then hopefully they get their friends out there and just try to build it. And we just, on top of that, you got to have a really good product. We're working on our next album now, our third album called Transients. Okay. Should be out like July 14th. We're working hard on that. So on top of all this other like marketing and like promotion shit, you got to have a really good product. We're busting our ass, and I think we're coming up with some really good music. And check out the new record. I think you'll really like it. That's not it.
That's the old record.
That's the old
record.
We don't need the old record. Out with the old. We're into with the new.
In with the new.
So, any dream collaborations, right? If you have your wish list, right? You guys write it on the board up there, and you're like, you know what? This is who we want to play with. This is who we want to tour with. Who would it be?
I mean, we'd love to tour with Wu-Tang, Rage Against the Machine, Radiohead, Prince, fucking anybody, Zap, Roger Troutman, just a lot of great music that we've come up with, who's doing it right now. Like Roots Maneuver's really dope. Fucking I don't know, just a lot of people. You know what I mean? Just
We have been lucky to play with a lot of our idols too. We played with Slick Rick, we played with Tone Loc, we played with Arrested Development, we played with Damian Marley, we played with Common, Immortal Technique. I mean, we've been very lucky to play with a lot of
DJ Craze,
Biz Marquee.
Z-Trip, Black
Yep.
Alicious.
So yeah, we've been lucky to play with those guys, but we're gonna keep building, you know, and keep doing our thing.
Awesome. Well, listen, thanks for the time. Thanks for the improv interview.
hey man, thanks for having us.
So check these guys out on MySpace, right?
Yeah.
What's the MySpace?
MySpace /Audible M.
Your eyes like a needle between your eyes, and when I hear just a little